so close to my property, you know. It wouldn't take much for a stray bullet to just come through someone's window and take someone out.
That's a reaction many Toledoans are expressing and feeling tonight after several shootings in Toledo this week. This morning, a shootout in the 5 Points neighborhood. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff Smith.
And I'm Melissa Andrews. Here is what we know right now. A Toledo police officer shot and killed a suspect police say robbed a Dollar General. Let's take a look at the area we're focusing tonight. Toledo police were called out to the 5 Points neighborhood that is in West Toledo, right off Sylvania.
And the scene itself is rather large. Police tell us it likely started at the Dollar General and then carried over into the neighborhood near Vermaas and Dryden, which is where we have had our team all day gathering as much information as possible.
Trent Croce talked with the police chief to get a better idea of what led up to the shootout. And Michael Sandlin caught up with neighbors nearby who say they heard several gunshots back to back to back.
Let's start with Trent. And Trent, the very latest we have from police tonight is what?
Jeff, Melissa, here's the Dollar General off Phillips Avenue where those officers responded to the robbery call just after 9:30 a.m. this morning. Now, officers are still investigating the scene and the Dollar General is now temporarily closed for the time being. But here's what we know so far. Now, TPD says 2 male suspects robbed the store at gunpoint and one shopper inside. Officers saw them run away from the store, which then led them to Asbury and Dryden Drive. There, TPD reports one of the suspects shot at the officer during the chase, and police were able to surround them. Now, TPD claims the suspect was holding a gun to their head, and police tried to de-escalate the situation, but the suspect then pointed the weapon at the officers. Officers then shot the suspect, who was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, the other suspect was later found and arrested. A witness I spoke to lives just blocks away, and he was just trying to take a walk when he watched everything go down.
Start hearing his cop cars going past me nonstop, and then I just see kids shooting at a cop car, and then I witnessed cops trying to tell them to put the gun down. They wouldn't put the gun down, and then that's one fire. All gunshots went out.
We reached out to Dollar General earlier and they have refused to comment at this time. Now, Toledo police did say that they will continue to investigate this and release more information in the coming days. We'll be out here for the rest of the evening, continuing to provide details. Reporting in West Toledo, Trent Croce, WTOL 11.
Trent, thank you. Michael Sandlin, he's been talking to witnesses and other people living in the neighborhood today as well. And Michael, I understand these neighbors say today they are just fed up.
Jeff, I spoke to one mother after the shooting who said, "There is no reason I should have to drag my kids out of bed at 9 a.m. and hide them in the basement." That's the feeling many people have in the neighborhood today. They're fed up of being afraid. "I'm considering moving. Just another day in the neighborhood." These are more firsthand descriptions of how people here in 5 Points feel after seeing the aftermath of more violence on their doorsteps. And you can't blame them. Just last August, another shooting happened right down the street when a 17-year-old was found dead in an alley between Vermaas and Burnham. But even newcomers to the area, like Adam Myers, who's only lived in the 5 Points for a month and a half, was thrown off guard when he saw the entire altercation between police and robbers from his front porch.
I think we're all getting sick of it. I honestly, I don't think you can ever get used to it. It's just you want answers, you want fixes. I just don't see any progression of that happening.
But some city leaders are taking note. This neighborhood is also home to Councilwoman Teresa Morris, and she says she isn't going to sit around while crime runs rampant.
We need to make sure that juveniles do not have access to guns. If that means more gun takebacks, you know, if it means that we need to hold our judges accountable, if it needs to, you know, have our parents accountable, I'm not sure, but something's got to change because this is not what we're all about. This is not it.
Morris says she plans to bring these concerns to City Council the next time they meet, asking council members, the mayor, and community leaders to redouble their efforts trying to tackle crime. I reached out to the mayor for comment. He said he's going to hold off until their press conference on Tuesday. Reporting in West Toledo, Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.
Michael, thanks. There have been 8 people shot in Toledo since last Friday. A man was arrested in Point Place after shooting his brother during a fight Sunday. A 15-year-old was shot and killed in East Toledo Monday. 6 people were shot near Smith Park in the Central City Wednesday. So far, no arrests in either of those shootings. We will continue to follow all of this for you as new information is released, as Michael mentioned, from Toledo Police. Be sure to stick with us here on air and be sure to have the WTOL 11 News app downloaded so we can send those alerts right to your phone.